Alright, so we're at Milan Dragway. We get here, start unloading stuff, and start training. So it is right now wet as hell out. Down to a sprinkle now. It was pouring earlier. We're expecting it to rain again. So I have brought this box with me. Just in case we had a lot of downtime, I was going to open it up and see just what all it came with. See, maybe if I could do an install here at the track. I just haven't had time to mess with it this week with all the RV stuff and everything going on with Allie and volleyball and just life itself. I haven't had time to do anything. It's been at the house since Thursday. So, well, let's see what it came with. This is the Nitrous Express Softline fogger kit. That is going to be, I'm going to use it for my second kit, as I've taken all the nitrous kits off but the one. There is a license plate cover.
Put that on the RV.
Yeah. Let's see here. Got the nozzles, the flower things, jetting. I don't even know what those are called. Fittings, micro switch. Nitrous Express Snow Performance installation instructions. All right, give us some instructions so we don't mess it up. Installation instructions. Little app thing with your phone to put on there. That looks like all of our stuff for those flower looking things there. For the Softline, relays, buttons, wires.
So have you installed one of these before?
Huh?
Have you installed one before?
One of these kits?
Yes.
I have never installed one of these kits. All I've done is the 4 solenoid foggers with the hard lines. We've got Nitrous Express stickers. Doing this, I went ahead and ordered this same valve for the rest of my bottles as well. So all my bottles will be valved the same. I just didn't have the money to buy a whole bunch of bottles. And realistically, if I was to buy new bottles, I would buy 15-pound bottles rather than 10.
So what's the benefit of those nozzles versus other ones?
What nozzles?
The ones that you just purchased.
The soft lines?
Yes, the soft lines.
Oh, you know, all kinds of stuff down here. I don't need a big kit, and what I do need is something that I can fit for my second gun. I don't need a big kit. What it's doing on the first kit with the small jetting that's in it, I feel real good about stepping it up a little bit and just leaving this one small. If you look at any of the pictures or anything of this thing before I took all the other nitrous off of it, my other fogger was a hard line, and I had 2 solenoids here and 2 solenoids in the back, and then everything come over and run down into here was just really congested, hard as hell to do any kind of jet changes or anything in. The lines were bent it was just a pain in the ass is what it was. So with the Softline, I should be able to fit it all in there and be able to work with it real easy. But time will tell. We'll go through the install and everything. I've never done one, so I don't know. but that's my thought process behind getting the Softline fogger. It's 100 to 300 horse. I don't see any reason why I should have to max it out when I've got this one that I can turn up, the first kit I can turn up. So that's the goal. Stuff to do before we can install anything, but let's start screwing stuff together. Like we got a paste stick. We was running a little behind today. My thoughts was to get here early enough to be able to possibly install this here at the track and then start dialing it in and tuning on it as we make passes, go rounds, hopefully, is what I was hoping for. So those will screw on there like that with the jetting in them. Okay. Pretty cool.
I heard a lot of stuff about you.
I'm gonna have to look up some instructions. I've got ideas of how I think it goes, but if I got enough service here to get it to pull up. Ow.
So are those numbers on there?
Yeah.
Because I know nothing.
There's 24, like that's a 24 jet.
Explain to me the jetting. Is it the bigger the number?
The more the horsepower.
Okay.
And I need a 2018 is what it looks like for 100 horse. The 20 fuel or 20 nitrous, 18 fuel. So there's a 20. 31. I was looking for the instructions. I couldn't find the instructions the way they were saying. And what I think it is that the instructions are the same for the hardline fogger that goes up to 500 horse. But it only, there's a 20. It only goes, you only use to the 300 horse of it. So that's why I was looking at the jetting to see if those are the number of jets that they gave, and that looks to be accurate. 18. These are 20s, 18. And I have to have the jets to put the nozzle together there. Like to find the jetting anyway. I really have high expectations of this kit. I think it's going to make a big difference over the plate that I was using. And the fact that I'll have complete control and tunability over each cylinder on both kits. Because before I was using the fogger to tune for the plate. So if I was in a circumstance to where I couldn't run the plate, the fogger was out of tune. Now I will have two tuned kits. Two more 20s. Now realistically, I will get all these separated into their own little bin there, but right now I'm just looking for these ones so I can start setting stuff together. I'm not going to be able to get this on today at the track. I was trying to get on it last night, if nothing else, get a lot of it done and finish it up here, but I got way too involved in trying to figure out how to flush and drain the RV tanks, and never had one, so it's all new to me, and it ended up being later than I had expected. Okay, all of them. Fuel with one of these things right there. Pack 'em.
Can I see that for a minute?
And the jet goes in, and one of those go on. Now, what I think would be cool, and before I run any of this, this will all come back apart, and I'll blow through all the, make sure all the jets are clean and everything. What I think would be cool, because this is a soft line, it does come apart real easy. You just push it, pull the line out. Instead of having to follow that all the way back, I guess it would be kind of cool if the top here was red and blue. That way you could just take the line. I don't know if the lines are the same color or not yet, but that way you know you're fueling your nitrous just by looking at it. I'm going to continue to do this and get these all set up. So, team fuel. Nitrous. And one for you. And one for you. There we go. Got them all together. One goes to fuel, one goes to nitrous, and then fuel and nitrous. Just pop them in, cut them to length and pop them in. Pretty gangster. With all the bolts and stuff. Yes, there's probably some brackets somewhere. Nitrous line. You got red and black. So even like red and black, something to differentiate that I think would be cool. It's just a little line. There's not a whole bunch of, and a whole lot of nitrous can flow through them. kind of cool. Drilled and tapped. I've already drilled and tapped it for a fogger, so my nozzle installation is going to be easy. It's not going to take long to do that because the intake's already taken care of.
More to come. We got to head to the driver's meeting real quick.
Us up for driver's meeting. So I'm going to get back at this fogger a little bit here, back at the shop. Got the car in here, got everything kind of laid out here so we can see what we got going on there. We'll probably start off by just putting the nozzles in. So get the nozzles in, then figure out how I want to mount the solenoids and the distribution blocks or flowers or whatever the right term is for them. So then figure out what line I'm going to run. I'm not going to use the line they sent, I don't think, because I've already, at least not right now. At some point I want to run 2 separate lines, 2 separate bottles, but I've only got 1 bottle bracket that is fitted in the car. And I can't slide it over and put another set of bottle brackets in there, so I'll wait until I can get a dual bottle bracket to fit in there. So I don't know, I think you can see there, I've got plugs where my other fogger used to be, and I am going to put these nozzles back in the same spot there where the other ones was. Drop the Allen wrench. If I can get them broke loose. Spent a good bit of time messing around with the RV there. I had a tire that kept going flat, and the dealership that I got it from said that they had one of their techs air it up, and then the salesman went out and sprayed it down with soap and water, and said that it was leaking around the bead and the I don't even know what it's called. It's a hose that screws on to the valve stem to extend it out on the inner dual. And so I get up today, get moving, come out here, get to work on it, and get it raised up, get the lug nuts off of it, which was, for my tools, not an easy task. And bring the tire in, air it up, and it's not leaking around the bead. It's not leaking around the base of the valve stem. So I sprayed it into the valve stem where the valve core goes, and it's coming out there. Got my valve core tool and snugged it up. No more leak. So that was other than all the work that was involved, it was a good find. I'll move from the tire onto, I think it was the AC. No, that was the last thing I did. Change the oil. After the tire, I changed the oil in it. Got that all done, then moved on to try and figure out the air conditioning, the chassis air conditioning. The rooftops work good, but the chassis one for some reason isn't. It was showing that it had way too much pressure, way over full and whatnot. And that was not what the issue was. I'm guessing that it was an issue. My thoughts are somebody just tried pumping some shit in it to fill it up, and it wasn't low. That there's a switch, or there's another issue with it. Something went bad. I have no idea how much of that we are supposed to use. Would amount like that. It's pretty snug down in there. That is got an adequate depth to have the whole mouth out of it. You definitely don't want that half covered or anything. Gonna get a little tricky for me here once I start getting in these tight spots. I'm sure this isn't the way that would be recommended to snug these up in here, but it's the way that I am doing it. I'm gonna take that apart. I'm gonna spin this one in just a tad more. One more turn. Trying to get this done so I can try and get a couple passes on it. And then a little far there before race day comes. There we go. Hopefully it all works out good and we can make a run at it. I can't imagine it'll be 100%, but if it is, just on a test session, I'll be happy going into the weekend, I'll tell you that. Looking pretty good. I'm happy with that. And realistically, this kit comes with, it appears to be literally everything. It's got the relays, the arming switch, the wiring, the hoses, or the tubes, whatever you want to call them. They come with everything. There's a few things that I'm going to change on it just for my setup, but as far as taking this and putting it on, Everything's there. 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 Drop the jet almost. Nitrous and fuel. There we have it. And we'll put these on. Alright, it's one side of the nozzles. Here we are on the other side. Make something happen anyway. There we go. Gonna be a little quiet. I don't really have a whole lot to say, honestly. This is just repetitive. I don't even know if y'all really want to see it, or if you just want to see one side or whatever. Whenever I do this stuff, you feel free to let me know on that. I'm just trying to do the best I can. To let y'all see what y'all want to see. Kind of take you along on the ride with me and what we go through here to try and get shit done, basically. hopefully this all goes smooth and I have it on for this weekend. Get some passes in now. Otherwise, I probably won't use it. I ain't gonna try to tune it in a race for the first hit or anything like that. So if I can't get some kind of testing in, I will just be on the one kit again. But we're gonna try and not let that happen. Getting a little tight over here. There we go. I don't know if y'all see, I'm just putting, see if we can get it to focus here. Just kind of blobbing it on there, and I take my finger and run around in the threads. Kind of wipe it back there. Good to go. There, we got it. Moving right along here. Really sucks about the racing over the weekend. Everywhere I know of that was somewhat close to go to got rained out. But it sounds like everybody's going to get them done eventually. A little bit of rain checks. I don't know if I talked about this Nitrous Express kit. I got it think it's been 2 years now. And I put it on and I went and raced war in the woods with no testing at all. Like, I didn't even make a hit down the road, nothing. And it's been a real good kit. And I thought I had a problem with it there a couple weeks ago or whatever it was, whenever I was going through all the issues. And it wasn't the kit, so it's worked flawlessly. Let's see how they are there.